The most practical way to change who you are is to change what you do. Focusing on the overall system, rather than a single goal, is one of the core themes of this book. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Getting 1% better every day counts for a lot in the long run. If you want to master a habit, the key is to start with repetition, not perfection. Atomic habits are regular practice or routine that is not only small and easy to do, but also the source of incredible power, a component of the system of compound growth. Make your habits as easy as possible to start. Anyone can meditate for 1 minute, read 1 page, or put 1 item of clothing away. The only way to make progress, the only choice I had, was to start small. All big things come from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single, tiny decision. The process of behavior change always starts with awareness. You need to be aware of your habits before you change them. Be the designer of your world and not merely the consumer of it. The only way to become excellent is to be endlessly fascinated by doing the same thing over and over. You have to fall in love with boredom. Sometimes success is less about making good habits easy and more about making bad habits hard. The costs of your good habits are in the present. The costs of your bad habits are in the future. Never miss twice. If you miss one day, try to get back on the tracks as quickly as possible. You should be far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results. The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. We get bored with habits because they stop delighting us. Professionals stick to the schedule. Amateurs let life get in the way. The most effective way to change your habits is to focus not on what you want to achieve, but on who you wish to become. No single instance will transform your beliefs, but as the votes build up, so does the evidence of your new identity. It's better to do less than you hope than to do nothing at all. With a big enough why, you can overcome anyhow. A lack of self-awareness is poison. Reflection and review is the antidote. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Redesign your life so the actions that matter most are also the actions that are easiest to do. Decide the type of person you want to be. Prove it to yourself with small wins. Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making progress. If you want better results, then forget about setting goals. Focus on your system instead. The problem with a goals-first mentality is that you're continually putting happiness off until the next milestone. Good habits can make rational sense, but if they conflict with your identity, you will fail to put them into action. Environment is the invisible hand that shapes human behavior. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. Ultimately, it is your commitment to the process that will determine your progress. Really successful people feel the same lack of motivation as everyone else. The difference is that they still find a way to show up despite the feelings of boredom. One of the most effective things you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. One of the most practical ways to eliminate a bad habit is to reduce exposure to the cue that causes it. The amount of time you have been performing a habit is not as important as the number of times you have performed it. Repeating a habit leads to clear physical changes in the brain. The process of building habits is actually the process of becoming yourself. The road less traveled is the road of delayed gratification. Good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your enemy. The first mistake is never the one that ruins you. It's the spiral of repeated mistakes that follows. Each habit is like a suggestion. Hey, maybe this is who I am. Quite literally, you become your habits. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your habits. Motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. When you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you don't have to wait to give yourself permission to be happy. You can be satisfied anytime your system is running. Your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. Your net worth is a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. You get what you repeat. Instead of trying to engineer a perfect habit from the start, do the easy thing on a more consistent basis. You have to standardize before you can optimize. One of the most satisfying feelings is the feeling of making progress. The holy grail of habit change is not a single 1% improvement, but 1,000 of them. It's a bunch of atomic habits stacking up, each one a fundamental unit of the overall system. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. The 4 laws of behavior change are a simple set or rules we can use to build better habits. They are 1. Make it obvious, 2. Make it attractive, 3. Make it easy, and 4. Make it satisfying. The secret to getting results that last is to never stop making improvements. It's remarkable what you can build if you just don't stop. Happiness is the absence of desire. Happiness is not about the achievement of pleasure, but about the lack of desire. Small changes in context can lead to large changes in behavior over time. Rewards require sacrifice. Sacrifice always precedes the reward. You only get the runner's high after the hard run. The reward only comes after the energy is spent. Our expectations determine our satisfaction. If you expect $10 and get $100, you'll feel great. If you expect $100 and get $10, you'll feel disappointed. A very small shift in direction can lead to a very meaningful change in destination. The work that hurts you less than it hurts others is the work you were made to do. Maximum motivation occurs when facing a challenge of just manageable difficulty. Building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want in the future. Success is not a goal to reach or a finish line to cross. It is a system to improve, an endless process to refine. Habits are like the atoms of our lives. Each one is a fundamental unit that contributes to your overall improvement. Your culture sets your expectation for what is normal. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want to have yourself. Small habits don't add up, they compound. Breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions, which build up the potential required to unleash a major change. Becoming the best version of yourself requires you to continuously edit your beliefs and to upgrade and expand your identity. Incentives can start a habit. Identity sustains a habit. The human brain evolved to prioritize immediate rewards over delayed rewards. Create an environment where doing the right thing is as easy as possible. A genius is not born, but is educated and trained.